In the Greenhouse All-Stars, 18 legends of the game return for one more run at the crown. They're here to rekindle old battles, find new names for themselves, and maybe, just maybe, be crowned the best player in Greenhouse history. 4 seasons have all led to this. Each week, 3 All-Stars will enter the Greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the Greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 18 enter, 1 will leave. This is the Greenhouse All-Stars.
This week will be special. For the first time in Greenhouse history, there will be 2 rounds happening simultaneously. 7 of you will complete a round here at the house, and the other 7 will complete a round at the coffee house.
Yes!
There will be 2 separate greenhouses. 2 separate greenhouses and 2 separate banishments.
Oh, fuck yeah. I should have watched Survivor before and said, let me just go.
Let's get around. The mechanics of the rounds will work the same way as the second half of the game. The Sunflower will only nominate 1, 2 seeds in the greenhouse instead of Tulip. If Uproot is used, a replacement nominee will be named.
Yep.
The player using Uproot cannot be the replacement nominee. Remember, Uproot is passable. There will be no seed immunity challenge this week.
Oh, come on.
Before the auction in both houses, you will have 15 minutes to mingle with everyone in the game, passing resources.
Oh, wow.
You see fit. 15 minutes we will time. Fly trap is still worth 16 coins. If it's purchased, it only cancels the half of the game where it is purchased. So if it's purchased by coffee house versus house, okay? To determine the team cabinets, we're going to play a quick little game of shuffleboard outside.
Whoa!
Wait, hold on. Grandma's game.
Get my suspenders.
The top 2 players will do a schoolyard pick to determine the houses. Will Brady be one? Let's go.
A lot of bank toads were used that round that I'm aware of.
3.
I didn't use mine because I literally was told right before the vote that the consensus was Thomas and the consensus was Shakira. And I was like, I don't want to use a bank toad that'll potentially be wasted.
Yeah. Who did you vote for?
Use it. The last one I got was Thomas.
Okay.
So I thought everyone was voting you out and I didn't want to go against it. But like,
Who told you me?
Like, I can go through the and tell you, but I wanted to tell you about the bank.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's fine.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Me and Shakira are friends.
Yeah. Yeah. About my bank vote.
I saw. Well, yeah, I saw my name, so I was like, let me just go tell him. I was going to tell myself. But
I need everyone to pick 1 yellow or 1 green.
This is not indicative of anything.
You will start here at these 2 columns. You cannot default the line of the column. You will shuffleboard to the brick. The outer edge of the brick is your line. So you want to shuffleboard the closest to that line without going over it as the price is right. Okay. On a count of 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Who's that?
Jessica.
there you go, girl.
Christian.
Christian, that's Christian. Jessica.
Yes, that's me.
What do you think I'm doing this for? Jessica. All right, you're my green. Okay, on a count of 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn. I really overcame. Jessica, since you were the closest overall, you get to choose Coffee House versus House Challenge.
I'll choose the house.
All right, Thomas, you get coffee house by default. Okay, Jessica will also go first. Schoolyard pick.
I will take Ross. Ross is boss.
Ross. Yeah, Grandmama.
Grandmama. Not a shuffleboard chant.
Lily. Come on down.
Brady.
Brady.
Not pick last!
Clap.
Patrick.
Come on down.
Will you just show me the guns?
Yes, yes.
Work. I hate them talent.
I think I want to grandpa the year go around. They can all see my. What do you think? What about the person who got you later? Not right now. Shane? No. Oh, maybe. No, I like. I'm gonna get one more ally.
Okay. Brandon.
Yay! Thanks. I have to make it well-rounded because we have to vote someone else in this internal group.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you were picking just allies, but
I wasn't.
if there's like,
As in, no, like you guys are.
I absolutely wasn't.
No, you guys are my allies, but I feel like we can play at least somewhat fair.
yeah, maybe.
That's not what I would have done.
Ava.
All right, Ava.
Christian.
Meredith.
Shane.
All right.
No, Brody, don't look at her. Don't look at her, Brody. Don't look at her.
I'll take Brody.
Where?
Well,
Thomas so direct with that final pick.
All right.
Let's go, coffee house. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Coffee. Oh, okay.
Welcome to Greenhouse Challenge 1. You will be doing the tile balance. I think you've all potentially been a little familiar with it. Each player will get a brick and a stick. You have to keep your hand on the painted part of the stick with the other hand behind your back, and you have to balance. You are allowed to swat at bricks that the other players are balancing. The last player's balancing will enter the greenhouse.
You might want to start making it smaller. Peace and love.
I said you wanted to pass, okay?
Yeah, I think you.
watch out, watch out.
Jessica,
She picked you, bro.
early elimination.
She picked me last. It's not like she wanted me.
Exit the
You're not wrong.
Follow the group. Okay, if all of my helpers can push in everything by 1 foot-ish.
Oh, wait. I don't feel like people will get kind of mess up.
Ain't nobody press anybody, girl.
I don't know why it's really hard to balance. I'm so sorry.
30 seconds to go down. No, any my God. Commence.
Don't hit her. Don't hit her.
Oh.
Standoff. Wait. No, we're greenhouse.
Oh, no, yellow greenhouse.
But in order matters.
what-
she
what
was reaching for you, big dog.
And so,
You want to do rocket?
That.
fight to the death. It's more interesting. It's more interesting. Fight to the death.
Do it.
Go after each other.
Okay, let's just find out.
Entertain us. Dance, monkey, dance.
Oh, there you go.
I won.
Ross number 2, Patrick number 1.
I was going for something crazy. It didn't work. Well, it kind of worked. No, I didn't even hear you.
Do we agree that whoever gets stuck with seeds is not going up or home? I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too. Is there someone that we can just like agree to target?
If y'all are the ones picking, then I'm gonna let y'all pick. But
I would wait. So we have 4 other people out there. Ava, Lily,
Jessica goes up.
Ava, Lily,
Goes
Jessica.
up. Even if she doesn't go home, it's just an easy person to put.
Here's the one person I don't want up there is Meredith.
Because she just did that, or just in general.
I think that Meredith did such a strong move right there. I don't think that's the way that
That's fair.
give it back to her.
But also that could be reason too.
It could be. It could
Yeah,
be.
I personally feel the least good with Ava.
So
I'll put up.
I think Ava voted me when I won one.
Yeah.
I have not been able to confirm that.
Can we put Ava up with Rose and Jess up with Sunflower so she gets a seed?
Sure. I'm good with that.
Can I be Sunflower then?
I'll take 2 seeds. And you do Rose.
I can do that.
I put up Ava.
You put up Ava with Rose. I'll put up Jessica with Sunflower.
And I'll get 2 seeds. As long as we're good, I know that
We're in agreement?
Yeah, let's do it.
Agreement, that's the plan?
Yep, that's the plan.
I'm not wavering from this.
Me neither.
Let's just do it.
In case Ava is able to scratch up seeds, I'll put her back.
I'll have to deal with it when it happens if I'm putting her up, so I'll just deal with it.
And same with Jessica.
I'll just deal with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, welcome to the flower picking ceremony officially. Brody, with in third place, you get to choose first.
I will take the rose pack.
And with the rose, you will nominate 1 player. You'll go second, and you'll break a tie at banishment. And Ross, you with the second pick.
I will take Sunflower.
And with Sunflower, you will nominate 1 player. You get to move first, and you will receive 1 seed. Patrick?
I'll take 2 seeds.
Thank you so much. It is straight up, just 2 seeds. Thank you so much.
Do we not get the things?
Is that whenever I started picking the team, I knew that I picked you first because I was like, solid. Because I was like, solid. And I picked Patrick because solid. Now, really, like, I am friends with the other 3 ladies, but I picked the other 3 ladies and Brody because those are the people that are well-rounded for me. And I should have seen coming that Brody's in the greenhouse. As in, like, but it's something
It's impossible.
that, yeah.
To know.
Yeah, to know. Right. But now, and it's not that I thought that we can really pinpoint, oh, we should have been Brody at this point. And I'm not going for him. I'm not gunning for him at all.
I know.
But what I'm saying is that, like, if that was people's thoughts, that would have been a possibility.
If he wasn't
right
in the
now.
greenhouse, it would definitely be not, which is because there's so few people.
Yeah. But long story short, is I think the person that I picked as the lowest link for this group and why I picked, like, the group, I think the lowest fruit was Ava for me.
I will say that I think of all the
I know
names,
that that's
of all the
insane.
names that got thrown around, I think that one's the one with the highest possibility of going up from one of us.
And that's nervous because, like, I was in season 4. I know you're in season 4, and I like Ava a lot.
I love Ava.
Right. And so it's just that was the lowest thing for me. I think if I didn't pick Ava, it would, because it's right now it's hard to pick, like, who you think would be in the bottom.
Yes.
And if I would have picked someone else, it would have been from the other team. But I didn't want to put 2 people that I for sure didn't want, that I wanted, like, out or something like that.
It's such a fine line to walk because you have to pick people that you might be okay with going out, but you can't pick too many of them because if they get greenhouse, deep shit.
Yes. And so that's why I picked this well-rounded group, and I wanted
like
to see how the greenhouse turned out.
Okay, let me make you this promise.
Yes.
When we re-meet with them, if they're dead set on putting you up, I will make sure that I do it, that way you get a seat.
Okay.
But I will not, I'm not campaigning, I'm listening to everyone, I'm trying to give everyone a fair shake. I think that's only fair. I don't intend to, but I think the least I can promise you after last round, all that stuff, is if you have to go up, you at least get a seat.
I hear you, and I do think that's fair, so I appreciate it.
I definitely think Claire and Shane are going here.
Okay.
Or maybe Christian, which I think all 3 of them are necessarily not the best for our game to go.
Yeah.
But good news is, before the vote, Brady came up to me and said, Shakira now, Thomas next.
Great.
So
if they get power over him,
yes,
there's a chance that he goes out on his own.
Yes, because I think he thinks Brady's with him, but
He also thinks Brandon is with him, and he's not.
Who is Brandon with?
Truth be told, he feels like a little bit of a free agent, but I think that he does trust me to an extent.
I think me and you can put something together. Ideally, for me personally, I would like there to be some bigger threats of people that we trust.
Okay.
I can work on Brandon,
I'm
for
good with
myself. You're
Yeah.
good with Brandon. I can
Yeah.
work on Brandon because I would like for him to be in it. And he's a winner, but like, if he makes it to the end, what's his like argument to win? He won y'all season off of mostly like ability.
Yeah.
And I think that in a scenario where he wouldn't make it to the end from his current position,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be from a strategic sense.
His game would need to change.
Yes. And so I don't know if he has the ability to adapt in that way, which is why I think he'd be a great ally.
Right.
Do you have any other names that we could pull in?
How do you feel about Ross?
I love Ross.
Love Ross.
But Ross is so lovable, it's scary.
So, I mean, I feel like I'm okay. I don't really get the vibe that you or Brady is going to gun for me at least this round, you know?
No, I don't. I don't.
So then the question is, who do I think the group is going to turn on? Have they talked about Meredith at all since she was up and like had power last round?
They brought that up, and there was kind of two thoughts, and we didn't talk for that long. It was like, one, Meredith just made a huge play, so it might be a good idea to go for her. Two, Meredith just got rid of one of the two most powerful people. We probably shouldn't do this to her after she just kind of did us a solid. So I don't know which side of the fence I fall on that yet.
Yeah.
What are you close to Meredith?
I would say I don't think I'm really not cool with anyone in this group. I don't think there's anyone that like I have like actual tension with or anything like that.
Yeah. I will say
I don't really feel like Meredith would like fight for me to stay at all. So I mean,
the only reason that I'm hesitant to put Meredith up is I think that I don't think that she's talked to as many people as some of us have, but I'm one of the few people that she has talked to, and I think she values that. And I would struggle to get rid of someone who I think really values that.
Sure, yeah.
So.
And I'm not saying that she's like
no, I know you're
the
not.
person to get rid of.
I know you're not.
I'm just like throwing out, you know.
Yeah.
You have a very small pool of people.
Yeah.
You know? So you think probably at this point you're kind of thinking Jessica, Ava.
I think I'm going to put one of those two up, and I'm going to more or less try to convince Brody to do the same. And I don't know what's going to happen after that.
Yeah.
He said targeting Ava.
I'm putting Ava up at least.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds like it's Ava and Jessica.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I'm fine.
Out of those two, who do you want to go home?
Ava.
Okay. I don't have a preference.
Okay.
I think Ava voted against me when I was on the block.
Yeah, I think she's more in the like Thomas and formerly Shakira camp.
And Christian camp.
Christian camp.
Final five. You're still good with it?
I'm happy.
I'm happy with it. I think it's a great group. I like Patrick too.
Okay.
I like keeping him at an arm's length and filling him in.
Okay, so wait, remind me what five we are. It's you,
Me, you, Shane, Ross.
Brandon? Was
Brandon?
I think?
I'm not particularly close with Brandon.
I am.
But I think you and Shane were the two that were closer.
I'm much closer with Ross and Shane.
Okay, I trust Ross and Shane completely.
Sometimes Shane gives a little bit of sketchy vibes, but I do want to believe him.
So I think the only reason I trust Shane is because if he was coming after me, why wouldn't he at this point?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think I'm near the top of his priority.
Yeah.
Anywhere near the top of it.
Yeah.
So, good.
I don't think he's going for me. I just worry about that changing at some point.
So he called you Mayor earlier?
He did.
Which I think is good for you. Because I think if you use a nickname about somebody,
People
you're working
don't
with
call
them.
me that.
But if you use a nickname, you're working with someone.
It's funny.
You don't say like, "Ooh, I'm working with Chrissy," and you're not working with him. Do you think Ava's gonna get an insane amount of support over here?
Over here?
Yeah.
How?
If they find out she's on the block and they're like, "Here's all the seats for improvement."
Oh, from her team over there?
Yeah, that's my only concern.
We could just convince her we're going for Jessica.
Sure, we'll just tell her Jessica.
Yeah.
There is an obvious target.
I would think so.
Meredith?
I'm not thinking that. I was thinking Jessica.
Both of them. I think those are the two that are going to go up. Meredith, I mean, she's like scary.
I think she's so smart, and she's just like so calculated that it can be intimidating. I'm not putting you up.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not putting Meredith up.
Okay, crazy thought. Patrick has like 5 seats. At least.
Do you want to fly trap something?
No. But he's not immune, right?
No, I wouldn't do that. Bro, if you can tell Bro to do it, go for it. But I'm not doing it.
I mean, I don't want him gone. I'm just saying, like, in terms of seeds.
In terms of surviving, yeah, I'm with you. And that would be a good move in order to fuck it, put him on, make him buy uproot, if for no other reason to flush his seeds out. But I'm not doing it.
Respectable, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the most far-fetched, I feel.
That's actually very tame for you. Compared to last game, Ava, you've been trying to flat trap his ass.
Oh, God. Loved her.
Oh, she was the best. So yeah, I'm not putting you up. I think I'm probably going to put Jessica up.
The only person that I'm truly wary of at this moment is Meredith, not because she's done anything to me, but just because, especially with like her being Sunflower last round, I barely saw her because everyone's like going to, talk to her and everything. We just really haven't been like side by side, not getting to talk a lot. So we have not really, I have not heard my name come out of her mouth, and I'm not really like trying to gun for her right now or anything like that, but just out of the 7 of us, she's the one that I feel, I guess, the least confident that she would like fight for me or like want to be in an alliance with me or something like that.
I mean, I think that being in this group of 7 that's smaller is a blessing because, like, whenever me and you had that talk, it was kind of like fortunate that like you were Tulip and there was some reason I had to talk to you, but it also turned into oh, we're good. We weren't good, now we're good. I think you can accomplish that with Meredith in this round. And if
I hope so.
And if you do that, then like I think you're covered on a lot of angles. And like these next 2 rounds after the split is going to be huge. I don't think that you're in any danger of going home.
Okay.
Who did you talk to on the flowers?
I just talked to Ross.
And
he was saying that he felt like from y'all's initial conversations, unless something had changed, that he thought the tide was more toward Jessica and Ava going up. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I have to prioritize myself getting through the round and with the most good relationships intact. So that's what I have to consider more than anything. You know what I mean? It's like long term is going after one person. You know what I mean? Like I think as much as I'm a little wary that Meredith's not feeling me, I think Meredith has played a good game so far and probably has good connections. So I mean, it might be great to get in with Meredith.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
Like if me and you hadn't had that conversation, then that's what I would be trying to accomplish this time. So I'm happy that we already had that conversation so we can build on it.
Yeah.
If it is me, you, and Meredith voting, then we kind of hold all the power and we can kind of come together as a collective and like really make sure that we're all voting the same way and it's not.
So Rose and Sunflower are not voting and the 2 people on the block are not voting, right? So it's only 3. Oh my god.
Ross is strictly putting me up so that I can get a seed.
Just 3 votes.
It is. It's just
so
3
it's
votes.
Me, Patrick, and Lily.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I know that Patrick would not vote against me. So really, it's like
I'm not interested in doing that either.
Yes. And so the only thing I'm worried about is the 15 collab if she goes and gets seeds.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Our hope is to convince her that we are going to get you.
Like so we're gonna tell her you during that time, so both of you are calm. You are not going. Like you are by no means the target in that case.
And like believe that.
Yeah.
You will now. We're telling you you'll hear that.
I told you last round you are not going home.
This would be like I completely understand like what's happening, and I'm okay with it as long as this is all the truth, and I will totally like play into it as much as little as y'all need. How should I come forward? Like how should I?
How many seats do you have?
I don't have any because that first round I had 1 seed and Patrick asked for it to get uproot.
Okay, that works.
So then what's going on is that Ross is definitely going to give me 1 seed, like from Sunflower. Right. Patrick just got 2. I would hate to take both of his seeds.
No, you don't need them.
But
that works because she can't think you'll get uproot and go ask for seeds. We don't want her thinking that's an option. So if you're like, I can't do anything about it, perfect.
Yeah.
Because you being a little nervous and feeling in danger.
Yeah.
If you were an actress, we would like you in the play.
Okay. So because that's what I was saying is that like, do y'all want me to like play cool or like, because I can be a little like salty and stuff.
Yeah, rattle you.
I will probably put you up. I think Jessica's gonna go home.
Oof, that is just not a chance that
I know.
don't like those odds because she was just saved because they're saying we can keep her for longer.
I just don't have any options here. I have to do what people say this round, because if not, it's me next.
Yeah. Okay, so I could go on the block and buy uproot.
Mm-hmm.
Or I go on the block and don't buy uproot, save my seeds, but I would have to be like 1,000% sure that Jessica would be the one going home. And that's a very, like, it's hard
So I'm
to
not
gauge.
positive yet.
Well, it's in your best interest to keep me over Jessica for sure.
I agree. I would
Have you
prefer
worked
to
with
keep
her
you.
at all?
No, I'd much prefer to keep you over Jessica. Look, I am not pitching for you to go home by any means, because I don't want that. Because I feel good with you.
Yeah.
The thing is,
So
I wanted to put Jessica up, and Ross was like, I'll put Jessica up.
We need to make a case against her then. Okay.
Honestly, the pitch is just like, what is Jessica going to do for your game? And like, I'm willing to work with you. And Jessica already is set up with these people over there.
With who?
I don't know, make someone up. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel really good with you, Meredith. She feels good with Brandon. How do you feel about Brandon?
I think Brandon's amazing. Here's the only problem with Brandon. The only problem is I personally think now that I don't like getting into bed with Brody, but I'm okay with doing it knowing that it's a temporary thing. I have no doubts that at some point he will try to fuck me. But as long as I'm aware of it, as long as I know that I'm not going to the fans with him, I'm okay with it because I'm wary of him. I think Brandon doesn't even want to do the first part. I think Brandon's very against working with Brody for understandable reasons. However, I don't know if those two need to know that they're even working on the same side. I think if you and me and Meredith are in the middle and we're just buffering and we're touching Brody and making sure Brody's or attempting to rein in him, and Brandon is also kind of on our side. I think
because Meredith feels like she has Brandon pretty good.
That's great,
and that's over Thomas, which is good because if anybody does go for Thomas now, I think they might put up Thomas and Brandon.
That would be wild.
And then we would just vote on Thomas.
Have to.
Or how do you feel?
Oh, there's no way I'm keeping Thomas over Brandon.
Okay. Well, I hope whatever happens over there is good for us. Hopefully their week is chaotic, split, very messy, and ours is like clean, like surgical.
If the six of us, whoever survives, the six that survive, walk out of here like and they're not doing. I promise you, they're not doing that. You have too many volatile personalities. So I agree. I think that we're in a decent spot.
Hi, girl. Hi. Did you hear?
I heard. Did you hear about me?
Yes, because that's what I heard is that we're both up.
That's what I heard too.
Sucks to win a challenge and pick. So I'm squirming, and what's extremely tough is I heard Ross is going to put me up, and that's just going to be one seed, and I don't have any seeds. And I don't think it's looking good for me. But that's what I heard, and it's just because like I have no seeds right now. So even if Brody puts me up, I will have no seeds. And I'm at a point in the game where I like don't feel comfortable with going around. So like collabing with like the other group and stuff, like I don't have any seeds. I don't have anywhere to go. And I'm just really, really nervous. I'm like extremely nervous.
I'm really nervous too.
I don't know about, and so there's Patrick, Lily, and Meredith voting. And I'm not close with Meredith. I'm not super close with Lily. And I need to go talk with Lily. I think Patrick is my boo and got my back, but that's not the majority. And so like I'm sweating in my boots because that's not the majority. I don't have, I can't buy uproot. It's not an option.
We're in a horrible situation because I don't want to be sitting next to you. Like I want to work with you.
Yeah.
But I guess we're in this together now. We
Yeah.
experience this together.
Yeah.
Oh my god, us on the block again together.
Oh my god.
I think you're my number one.
Okay.
I'm not flipping. You're fine right now. And I think going forward, I think me and Shane are a fucking strong three.
Yes. And then Brody is interested in being part of that. And
Does he? Yes, that's who he's brought up as well.
Yes.
I don't think Brandon's as open to working with Brody as Brody's working with Brandon.
I don't think Brandon's totally against it, but I think he likes the rest of us now.
We just have to be aware that no one knows, really, especially me, you, and Shane, I think that's flying completely under the radar, which is great with me.
A lot of people are telling me, like, oh, I like Ross. And I'm like, oh, I love Ross.
Yeah, he's great. He's
Yeah,
great.
no, like, a lot of people are expressing interest in working with both you and me.
My thing is, once the other three tried to make their pitch to possibly put you up, I just kept on saying, I think Meredith didn't talk to as many people last night as she might have wanted to, but I went and talked to her, and I think she appreciated that. And so I'm like, I'm not going to throw a possible strong ally under the bus. But I kept on saying, like, we haven't talked about this. This is all vibes that I'm getting from her. So I could be wrong. She could put me in the next round. But I said, I think that I'm on good terms with Meredith. So they don't know. They just know I'm not putting you up.
Okay. It sounds like from the boys, we're not going up.
Correct.
Is what it sounds like.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm making good inroads with you.
Sure.
Like I'm making good inroads with Ross and with Patrick, and you know, I feel like we're good. So I'm hoping that even worst case, if one of them uproots and pulls me on, they all still aren't going to vote me out. Is kind of what I'm hoping. So is that the plan as far as you're aware?
We're on the same page. Okay. So I don't know what all already told you, but the plan, as I was told to tell you, is nominating Jessica and Ava. We are targeting Ava, and Jessica told me you guys are close and that you will be on board with this. But what we are doing is trying to convince Ava she is safe, because when she gets to mingle with the other side, we don't want her asking for help. So we are trying to convince her, and Jessica's on board with this. Like, literally everyone is involved.
It's just me and Patrick voting.
Yes.
Right? So for me, and especially as a show of good faith to you guys, I don't really see myself going against you guys, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a good move for me. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't, that would only communicate to y'all that I'm not with you, which is not the case. You know what I mean?
And so far we've been on the same page.
Right. It
So
just
it's
doesn't
gonna
really
keep
make
going.
sense. Or to even try to pull banked votes, or like, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, I know it's kind of a cop-out, but I'm kind of almost like taking individual choice out of it and kind of like y'all are the dominant, you know what I mean, force. So like in this round, so
and it
like,
only takes
whatever we're doing is what we're doing, right? So it's like, why would I?
But
why would I rep the vote otherwise?
Basically, that's the story. Jessica doesn't have enough seats to uproot herself, so she really has no say in the matter, and that's where we're feeling.
Okay. All right, Sunflower. You have the first nomination. Name one player to be nominated. Once they are nominated, they will receive a seat and sit in the chair.
This few people sucks. I tried to be as fair as possible. I really did, and I know you were just in the block. Very sorry about it, Jessica, but I have to put you back up.
It's either the face or shitting my pants.
It's and Rose, you nominate next. Who will it be? This person receives nothing.
So the unfortunate part about having the 7 people that you have 7 people that you trust here is that people that you don't want to see go home get nominated. And so as Jessica and the person I want to be nominated.
Ava, I'm so sorry, but please join Jessica. This nomination ceremony is adjourned, and the other team is coming down the...
So the greenhouse challenge is dice stacking. Everybody will have 10 dice. You will roll them, and then your goal is to stack a pyramid of 10.
Pyramid or stack?
Stack, that's what I meant. Just stacking 10. You can only stack them once they've been rolled and land on 6. Okay, so roll the dice, whichever ones land on 6, do a little stack.
Oh, cute.
Whichever ones you weren't a 6, you re-roll.
10?
10, mama.
10, 10, 10s
Okay.
across the board.
And the stack falls down. You start over?
Yep.
Like you have to re-roll?
Yep.
Yeah. You have to re-roll everything.
Sorry, I'm so fucking sorry. 6s.
Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck.
Where the fuck did my dice go?
Oh my god.
I'm so fucking nervous.
Oh my god.
Can I roll? No! On the floor?
Yes.
Holly, done.
Okay, Brandon is the first to enter the greenhouse. 2 spots left.
Who's at it? Fucking shit. Fucking shit.
Done. Done.
Done.
Brady second. Shane is third.
So Claire basically told me it was her and Shane that voted. Shane had 3 votes. I guess a bank vote from Shakira, and then I guess his vote was banked the round before by Lily. So that's where the 3 is. So it's just them 2. That's why I brought them to this house.
You want to get a nom?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with that. I mean, I'm rolling with whatever.
I want Claire and Shane up.
Yeah.
They voted for me.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like literally.
I mean, that's
I had your back the whole round. You know I did.
I know.
And I honestly, I feel like you trust me more.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
And
I have to.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Completely. Love Abrielle too. So.
Yeah. Same.
So, the 4 votes against you were Shane
and you.
2 banked votes, and me. Mm-hmm. I asked Meredith because I had just cried to her. I was like, "Who are you wanting out of this whole thing?" And she said you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got 2 Thomas is the consensus and 2 Shakira is the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just was like.
Well, who besides Shane? Was it Ross? Because
yes.
Ross's vote was blocked.
I didn't consider that.
I asked Lily to block it because I knew he wasn't.
And then by the time I was lining up to vote, no one was getting me anything. So the only thing I had was the 3-2.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I think it's where the house is going, and so I'm gonna do that. But I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I did not want to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I specifically chose Shane to come here because I want him. He is my target.
And I will.
But it depends on like
that
what they choose.
But
I hope Brady and Brandon choose.
But if that checks out,
nominate
like
Callie.
If that checks out, what I talked to you about was true.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely Thomas thought that is what the house was doing, and that was my best guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want to be like one.
Right.
I still ended up on the wrong side.
Yeah, I mean, 6 people voted to keep you though.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I think for me it's
And
just like I know there are.
And I kind of
3 or 4 people that were genuinely fighting for me to stay, and I just didn't necessarily get that from you.
No, I wasn't fighting for anything. I was my first run out of the greenhouse, and I was trying to find out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Like, so I wasn't fighting for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I was fighting for myself in a way because I was like, I don't have any alliances.
Yeah.
I don't have anything going on right now. I feel like a free agent, and I need to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you're right. I wasn't fighting for you, but in my heart, I did not want to vote for you. The only reason I did is because I thought I genuinely, that was my best guess as to what was happening.
Yeah.
Is there any particular action you would like to see from me to build things back up? Do you want me to give you my banked vote?
I would very much appreciate that, yeah. Yeah.
Would that help?
Absolutely.
I will do that for you.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds like a deal.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
See? Works out.
I feel like there is a target on my back right now for trying to save my friend.
If I'm being so real, I'm just gonna tell you guys what Taylor told me when he pulled me aside right there. He told me in Abrielle, he chose Claire because he wants her. So I don't know what we want to do with that information.
You mean Thomas, not Taylor?
Yeah.
So Thomas said what?
He picked people he trusted, and he wanted to pick Claire as who the target would be. He told me that's how he picked the teams. He said he knows who voted against him, but he said it doesn't matter. One of them had to go. I don't know. This is not me campaigning for him because what we can do is I feel like we could appease both sides and do,
How do you? I think it might be best for y'all to sit this one out.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm gonna go for a flower. If I get fucked, it's fine.
So you're willing to nominate
Yes.
somebody here?
Yes.
And what about you?
I mean, we're at the point in the game where we gotta start doing something, and
Yeah.
I have second choice, so I feel like I'm probably gonna end up with one anyways. That being said, I'm willing to walk away from this with you guys.
I agree, and we haven't talked in so long.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm so good to you. And
Yeah.
honestly,
At least not the
I
three of
feel
us are
super
walking
good
out
with you. If I take the seeds, like, do y'all want the flower? Like, would you want?
I want seeds so bad, but I at the same time need to start getting traction. I
Mhm.
need to start getting people talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I don't take flower, I end up on the block somehow.
Can we ride the middle then? If he wants to,
Mhm.
we do both of them.
Claire and Thomas?
Yeah. No?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Like, for your games, I feel like y'all are perfectly situated. That you don't have to make a wave, unless that's what you want to do this game.
So then do you want one of us to take Sunflower so whoever we nominate we still have a little weight with, and you're fine with giving someone nothing, or do you care?
I don't care which one or the other.
Let's wait, Shane has to pick first.
Oh. Okay, so you want 25 gross.
You fine with that?
I don't want to get fucked.
I'm
so
not going to I swear.
If and like not in the initial noms nor in the inevitable replacement nom.
Nope.
This is so common to do, but like I will repay this favor. Okay.
I know that's
All right, that's good.
So our official standings: Brandon is getting 2 seeds.
Yeah.
Brady is the sunflower. Shane is the rose.
And truly, I don't have any seeds. I
don't
start to
either,
build
so I
up.
was like, you know
yeah.
what?
All right.
We didn't talk best round.
We haven't talked in multiple rounds.
Are we okay?
I am. I'm not gonna lie. If you got flower, I thought you were talking.
I wasn't. Actually, no. I absolutely wasn't. Funnily enough. Because I feel like you have been so genuine to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been so many people that have just consistently said my name. Your genuinity has outweighed that. I value that. And I didn't really feel a need to talk to you last round because I felt like we were good.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't been great. I would not lie about that. I mean, it's apparent like we haven't been close.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've said in the past, I mean, I would love to explore other options
And
with you and
I
moving forward.
want to use this round as an opportunity to, 1, get closer, and 2, prove to you that what I've been saying, I want to repay from that first round. Okay. I'm not putting up this round.
Okay.
Claire is a problem.
Okay.
Christian, are you fucking kidding me? Like, pick a side, dude. Which, he probably did pick a side, and it's just not my side, and that's okay. I've already got a clear-ass target right now. Thomas, obviously.
Well, and honestly, if Shane got seeds, he very well could have just bought a brute and taken himself off.
Exactly. So
I think Shakira did.
they were.
Yeah.
Brady was very much like, you know, Thomas picked Claire as a target.
Yes.
So let's nominate at least Claire. But he was like, but then to appease the other side of the house, what if it's Claire and Thomas? And I said, I mean, and then
What's the other side of the house, though? Like,
I think Shane is
everyone
putting it up anyway.
I know,
Yeah.
but like,
Or
I
I think-
specifically chose you two and Brady and Christian because I know I'm deeply working with y'all.
Yeah. So I don't. Claire for sure, and then the swing nominee / vote being you, Christian.
What do you mean, though? Like,
Like-
you know?
No, like either like nominating Claire and you, or Claire and Christian.
Gotcha.
And then so like, and then the voters are me, Abrielle, and then either you or Christian, depending on who is going out.
Right.
Shane is really worried that you are gunning for him.
I mean, he put 3 votes against me.
So he
That's a
doesn't.
pretty clear mind.
I don't disagree, but that is his reasoning for wanting to get you right now.
Yeah.
So I think like he's not sold on like getting Claire out right now.
I mean, fair, but guess what? I just picked this team and I picked 4 of my closest allies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, very intentionally.
Yeah.
Hey! Hi! Hey!
I'm bringing you up.
I mean, I would assume.
Obviously.
Since you have 3 votes against me last round.
I am going to save my friend, and I think that that's fair. Shakira and I just had a closer relationship.
I get
and
that.
She gave me her bank vote.
Mhm.
I'm not going to not spend it on her.
Yeah.
Like, you had loyalty to her last game. Like, why am I in trouble for having loyalty to her this game? That's not fair.
Right.
So I'm upset because I got a target for saving my friend. And I get you're upset because I voted for you.
Mhm.
But you're actively coming for me, so that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean,
this is all game, it's not emotional. Or, like, obviously, I'm upset that I got flack for that, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I am genuinely sorry that I have to put you up, because this could have been something that we did, but this is just not how it worked out.
yeah, do you think I go home?
No. Which, kudos to you.
Yeah.
Fucking kudos to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better, I guess, to, like, not break any other bonds that you may have with anyone else here by putting them up.
Yeah. It makes sense to me, just because I know that we are similar, and even though we were protecting the other person, a vote against you is a vote against you.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do the exact same thing, which is why I was going so hard for the greenhouse.
Right.
And I hope you know, on a personal level, this means nothing, but on a respect level and a protection level, I have to try and survive.
Yes, absolutely.
So I am sorry,
Yeah.
but I am going to put you up.
Yeah.
Abrielle, after last round, wants Thomas out. He's nominating Thomas. So Abrielle wants Thomas out. Christian, I think nervous about. I think he'll swing in your favor, but I wanted to ask how you feel.
I don't want to go up.
Right? Yeah, I get that.
Like, if you're wishy-washy about Christian, then I don't know why you would put me up instead of him. You are one of the only people in our 7 that I really would not take being put up on the block from Mom.
Okay.
I do understand it's a game if you have to do it.
Because it's you, Abrielle.
But I don't want my first
Christian.
time ever being up for banishment in the greenhouse. I'd rather it not be you.
Yeah. Get it.
Because I like what we have. Are you and Christian close?
He says we're close. I don't see him as often as I see other people. And that's where...
Then that's your explanation. You don't feel as close to him as you do other people in this 7, and that's how the chips fell. You don't have to try to convince him to be a pawn. You can say, I don't...
That's true.
You can say, I don't think you're going home because I know who Shane is putting up, but I don't really have an option, and, like, that's all I have to go off of, because we're in a group of 7, even though the cast is still 14.
Yeah. Okay, let me talk to Christian, and I'll talk to you after.
Okay.
I've been thinking about what you said. Moving forward, Shane, I think it's doable.
What, us?
Me and you working together. Moving forward,
Yeah, I know.
it's absolutely.
I agree.
I think, honestly, if we just act like we're not talking, but like I just support everything you're doing, and you do the exact same, we can like skirt.
Yeah, for a little bit. That's what I'm hoping.
I like that
because we still have a lot to go.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I'm thinking that because I don't see you as having a lot of other options, which is good for me because I'm one of your options.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So
and
that's my
for
logic.
you. Yeah.
That's my logic. So moving forward, if you're good with me, I'm good with you.
Yep.
Right. So that's my whole entire like strategy in games in general. If you want to work with me, I want to work with you, and you are hitting the nail on the head. So if you're down, I'm down.
I'm down. I would prefer for Thomas to not win the uproot.
I don't think it's enough, dude.
If he goes and pulls seeds.
It's from who?
I don't know.
I have 0.
From the other house.
You can do that?
You have 15 minutes.
15 minutes of mingling between the houses. Before the auction.
That's what that meant. Okay.
Okay, I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But if it's you, Brandon, and Abrielle voting, do you know how you're going to vote? Between Claire and Thomas.
Claire and Thomas?
Yeah.
I was in Claire.
To put her out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very transparent with you.
Yeah.
I mean, all about honesty. Like, I'll let you know. Because you go back to the house with Thomas, back to the regular game with Thomas. He is a huge target.
Dude, how many games do we have to play for everyone to say that?
Well, honestly, until probably I beat the spot trap.
Yeah. I just
Yeah. Claire told me, she goes, I've never been put up for banned. I wanted to do Claire. I would like to go back to the house stronger, we're united, and knowing that 6 of us are going back with a major target being Thomas.
Then get Claire out.
Yeah. She goes, out of everyone in this game, I would be most upset and not able to come back from you putting me up. And I was like, well, let me ask Christian if he wants to be a pawn. It's not like I literally want to come talk to you. I just don't want to fucking do that. That being said, can you promise?
No Claire?
Yeah.
Wait. Brady, we're literally like number ones.
Okay,
I just can ask.
No, because
we're on the same page.
Okay, as long as we're on the same page, because he wants Thomas out.
Yeah.
And
getting Claire out.
And
you're close with Thomas, right?
If it's up, not really. I mean, after last round,
I'm close with you,
yes.
So I will absolutely do that for you.
I feel good with everyone here except Thomas and Claire.
Oh yeah.
And he's nominated. She's gonna be explosive. It's gonna suck. And when we swap, I feel like she's gonna try and fucking pull something. I don't have the stuff to stop her. And if she renoms, it's either you, Abriel, and we promise Brandon safety. If she gets taken down, Thomas is
While she gets last round, my argument was if we keep Shakira, she does not have anyone, and Thomas has a lot of people. We're doing that a second round again, and people are defending Thomas and saying, oh, if we go back, he'll steal the target. How many times are we going to do this?
We did it with Brody too.
That's fair. That's fair.
We were in the season with him.
So, how do we play it?
I mean,
it sounds like you're putting a player.
I feel like it's the only logical, but and she has enough to get uproot. If she goes and gets uproot, it burns seeds. She goes up, Thomas still goes. If Thomas and Claire are up there, we're telling the people we're working with, you guys pick, you guys make the decision. We will be with you whatever you make.
Mm-hmm. Claire has a bank vote. Claire insinuated giving me the bank vote.
To put up Thomas?
Thomas.
And I would break a tie.
And you would break a tie. But that puts me in a shitty position with Thomas if Thomas stays, but a good position with Claire.
But that would be enough, though, too, because that would put him up. This would come down to you, because, or would we still be good?
It seems like the nominations, you're putting a Thomas, you're putting a Claire.
Like, I just
and we see where it could be grumbles.
Well, yeah, but if last round we were like, we're good, we just need to get past this Shakira and Thomas. So my thing is, let's just get Thomas out to just complete that chapter and we can move on, and that would just solidify us. But I know that you don't want him out. I know that.
If it comes down to it, cool. I just would ask that, can you have a conversation with Claire? I'm going to tell her that I think I'm going to nominate her. That being said, would you have a conversation with her and say, hey, I know he just told you you're not the target. I want to reassure you you're not the target. Save your money. We want Thomas.
She's gonna go for it.
But
I'll tell her. But
I think she'll go for it, but I really don't know.
I don't know
if it's
either.
Christian against Thomas, I really don't know what would happen.
But you're right, I will tell her.
But
Get it upward. That would be best. Because then you stay. You vote. Everybody votes.
Yeah.
Christian. But Brandon will get voted out soon. And then we can take Thomas out.
Yeah. I just want to pop in real quick. I think that
You're putting me up?
I think I'm going to put you up.
Yeah, he said it's because you want to say Thomas instead of me.
Not what I said.
I don't think that's what you said either.
That's what I understood.
But that's not what I said.
You said they would all rather keep Thomas instead of me.
No, I said I think Thomas would probably stay over you.
I understood it was that everyone would want to keep him instead of me.
I think Thomas goes. I think you have another seat. I think you have enough to uproot. If you feel like that's necessary.
I don't think with Christian and Brandon Thomas goes.
So I have to do it. I'm sorry. But I told you I'd let you know first, so I just want to come on.
Yeah, and I think it's a bad move for you.
I get that. I'm sorry, Claire.
It's my first time ever being up for banishment, babe, and did we not say we wanted to work together?
Bro, that doesn't help. Like,
I think we could have swung them. Why'd you do that?
I'm not, no. I asked them, I asked Brandon and Christian in there if they would keep me over Thomas, and if that was the scenario, and they would not look at me.
I think we could have swung Gabrielle, though.
We maybe can.
I don't think so anymore. Like, that didn't go well.
She's not super tight with Brady.
But any excuse can send someone out.
So that's why I want to talk, like, if we are the 3 votes and it's between, like, we kind of make the decision.
I know Thomas, trust me, I've worked with Thomas more.
Claire kind of insisted, like, Claire said she has a bank vote, and she brought it up and she said, I have a banked vote.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, if I give you the bank vote, will you use it? So, that would be 4 votes. It would be a tie and Shane would break it.
She just yelled at me.
Who?
She also just said, well, Shane just told me you want to keep Thomas in that, and Shane goes, that's not what I said. I said, that's probably not what Shane just said. She needs to go. She needs to go. I know there's reasons to get you, Thomas. I can't play with that. I can't play with that.
I will say that this 1,000 times if I have to. I specifically chose y'all to come to this side because I wanted to form this final group because this is who I want to work with.
I just told Claire I'm nominating her.
Okay.
Yeah. Christian, we may have to go into a bidding war. Brandon, yeah, do you want to come real quick before this gets scary? She already yelled at me.
Claire?
Yeah, and she manipulated Shane's words, and he was like, not what I said. That being said, it's going to become a bidding war, and I think we need to do uproot and burn it. Thomas, that'll be your redemption story. We'll put you on the block one more time. You have to trust us that we're looking out for you. But we may have to go into a bidding war, and I have 1 seed. I will put it towards it. I just would ask, what does the other side look like, and who is she working with? I still don't understand.
She's working with Ross.
Yeah, Ross.
She's coming.
Patrick.
Well, we need to talk. I have to. I have no other option. I don't want any of you guys gone at all.
No, I mean, I think we're all on the same page.
And I just ask that we unanimously do this and we go back stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actively hiding from everyone right now. I did not pick the flowers because I trusted that, and still do, that Shane and Brady are not coming for me. They are considering putting Thomas up against Claire. Claire has a banked vote. If Claire plays her banked vote with the 3 of us voting, that'd be a tie, and then Shane would break it. And Shane's going to get Thomas out. And I have worked with Thomas more than I have worked with Claire. So that's concerning. I am conflicted.
I asked Christian if he'd be a pawn. He said no. And I told you I was going to ask him if he would be a pawn.
So then when you told me that you were closer with me than Christian, that was a lie?
Not necessarily. And I feel like the reaction to this, it makes it harder for me to feel like there's any possibility ever that there will be stability in numbers moving forward.
I want to hear more from you that you're all I've gotten from you is that you're putting me up with your out-of-box. And that just feels like a cop-out to me.
Yeah, that's right. Cop-out still puts someone on the block regardless of the reasoning.
So I want to talk more with you after this. I want to hear you out more. I do. But whenever we talked one-on-one, you did not give me the impression that you actually wanted me to go up. So.
Should we just start the nominations?
Okay. Welcome to the coffee house side of the split house nominations. Who is the sunflower? Brady. Who is your nomination?
Enjoy your seed, Claire.
Okay. And Shane, who is your nomination?
Enjoy your seed, Thomas.
Not seed.
That's good.
Thanks.
That was cute.
Good little moment.
Okay, we can go ahead and head over to the main house.